introduction. Now, everybody, welcome to the Firahs podcast. I'm guessing that's what I'm going with right now. The name might change, but for now, we are just practicing. We're going to do a one-off little random practice episode. Let's call it like an intro kind of vibe. On this podcast, we're going to be talking about bad things and we're going to have bad guests and all of that stuff. Obviously, for today's episode, it's just your boy Firahs in the building. At the moment, I'm still figuring out if I'm going to put the full episodes on the street sessions or if I'm going to make another channel, that kind of stuff. So we will figure that out as we go along. But for now, I think I'll just keep it on street sessions for now. Keep all the content in the same place. Let's get into it, man. So we're here to talk about the Brit Awards. The Brit Awards nominees for 2023 has been out for about 5 to 6 days now. In the time of this, but will come out maybe 7 days now. You never know. And obviously, I'm always here to talk about music, and that is one of the biggest reasons why we are on this platform today, is to talk about this music thing. So let's get straight into it, man. Album of the year. We've got 1975 with Being Funny in a Foreign Language. We've got Fred Again with Actual Life Free. We got Harry Styles with Harry's House. We've got Stormzy with This Is What I Mean. And then we got Wet Leg with Wet Leg. Obviously, how we're going to go through these criteria. So the criteria is, we're basically going to pick who we think we would win. We would then pick who we think Brit Awards would pick. And then dibble and dabbling in who else may have also had an honourable mentions, and who else also, shout out to my watch for letting me know what the time is. Damn it, I might need to take that off as well. For letting me know what time it is. But yeah, so we'll be going through all the artists, going through what's going on, seeing who's winning, seeing who's the best, and going from there. So I want to start off with, obviously we've got 1975. 1975's had a huge hit. I don't like Mentful, so me not like Mentfuls, you know what I'm saying? Them joints there, you've been popping it off on TikTok recently. 1975 had a great year, touring, obviously dropping this project as well. It's been doing good numbers. Harry Styles with Harry's House has been doing phenomenal numbers. I don't even think I need to talk too much about Harry Styles this year. From touring, the music itself has been great. The numbers has been good. Obviously, reaching number one is always great for most people. Stormzy with their best comeback over a very long time for a UK rapper. Obviously, come up with This Is What I Mean, with tracks like Mal Made Me Do It. What else is on that joint? Hide and Seek. So, you had a couple of good joints in there. Obviously, this Stormzy this year really gave us that Maya Jama soundtrack. You feel me? Like, all he was really talking about was Maya Jama this year. Did I really want to hear him talk about Maya Jama? No. But am I really upset about it? No. But, Stormzy's kind of going down this commercial route, so I should be expecting him to do things like this. This shouldn't be something that we don't expect. So I think for that reason only, I'm not surprised by the direction Stormzy took the album. Wet Leg has come through doing their thing. Fred Again with Actual Life Free's come through doing their thing. I'm not going to pretend that I know too much about Wet Leg, Fred Again. I had to listen to their music. It's not really a bit of me, but I can understand why they are in this category of album of the year. Now, first and foremost, I'm giving it to Harry Styles. There's not really a competition for me, I believe, in this category. I think Stormzy hasn't made enough of an impact to be album of the year. I'm surprised he's even made the list for album of the year. That being said, 1975 is probably the closest album I'll give to chasing down Harry's House for album of the year. For me, I'll give it to Harry Styles. I believe Brit Awards will give it to Harry Styles, and to be honest, Fred Again and Wet Leg, I don't really have much of an opinion on you guys as of such. This is the one category that I'm a bit excited to talk about. Artist of the year. I had to take a sip for that one. We got Central C, Fred Again, George Ezra, Harry Styles, and Stormzy again making this list. For Artist of the Year, I think if you listen to my radio show on Westside, it was actually a cover show. I did add Stormzy also to Artist of the Year, but I did say he couldn't win because he came back in November, dog. Like, I think it was like October. He dropped a single in October, but he hasn't been around long enough in that year for me to be considered Artist of the Year. So already I'm eliminating Stormzy. I'm not giving it to Stormzy. You know what I'm saying? So let's go for the rest of it. Central C, Fred again, George Ezra, Harry Styles. Central C had a huge hit. I think for Jill did very well. Doja Cat did very good numbers. Did the round. You know, he had a freestyle on the States as well on a radio show. So Central C had a very, very good year. Also, if you're talking about other tunes as well, Let Go did very well. Obsessed with You. I don't know if I'm really going to say it was 2022, but you know, the song carried on into 2022. But overall, I think Central C had like a breakout year last year. He did very good, very, very good this year, or last year, 2023, so I mean 2022. Harry Styles, again, we discussed album of the year. No surprise to then see him in the group for artist of the year. Again, very, very good artist. Had a very, very good year. Deserved to be a nomination for this one. And then we're talking about Fred again and George Ezra. Now, I did a little bit of research again, but my research doesn't define why they're artists of the year. I'm not going to pretend that I'm the guy when it comes to Fred again and George Ezra. I'm just going to say, based on just seeing the figures and seeing what they was about, I can see why they're there, but again, I'm not gonna listen. The album Actual Life 3 from Fred again did very well. Again, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it like I'm in tune with what's going on with these man. But again, I did research, I checked numbers, I saw what they was on. I'm giving it to Harry Styles for Artist of the Year. I also think Brit Awards will give it to Harry Styles. Now, I generally think Fred again and Central C will be closer to Harry Styles and George and Stormzy. Again, Stormzy, I think he's there by name, there on merit, and there to fill in this black thing that everybody knows. Like, there's not enough black people in the Brits. Like, we need more black people. We need this. We need that. Stormzy's there to add up the black quota, my guy. I'm sorry, fam. Like, Stormzy shouldn't be in this list. He shouldn't be in this list. I don't think he's Artist of the Year. It's not because he's had a bad year. I haven't seen enough of Stormzy this year or last year or whatever. So I'm not giving it to Stormzy. 2 months, Artist of the Year. Oh, come on, man. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. So yeah, winner Harry Styles for me. Brit Awards would also give it to Harry Styles for me, with a close up between Central C and Fred again. Best group, gotta take another sip for this one. So yeah, this is where it's gonna get a bit tricky for me. But best group, we got 1975, Arctic Monkeys, Bad Boy Chiller Crew, Nova Twins, and Wet Leg. Right off the bat, 1975 for me. I'm not gonna talk about the rest of the groups. 1975 for me. Brit Awards will also give it to 1975 for me. I just think in terms of impact, social media presence, and what they've been able to do this year, 1975 is the winner. This is a very interesting one for me. Song of the year. We got H and Ashanti with Baby. Oh, baby. You got Cat Burns with Go. Oh, you gotta get go. You know what I'm saying? Dave with Starlight. Ed Sheeran and Elton John with Merry Christmas. Elisa Rose and Interplanetary Criminal with Baddest of Them All. George Ezra with Green Green Grass. Harry Styles with As It Was. You got Lewis Capaldi with Forget Me. LS System with Afraid to Feel. And then last but not least, Sam Smith and Kim Petras with Unholy. This is a big list. I think for Song of the Year, this is a huge list. Right off the bat, H and Ashanti Baby for me should not even be Song of the Year. I am sorry. Now listen, H, very good artist, obviously brought back the classic Ashanti Baby, but for me, that ain't Song of the Year. I don't even know how he made this list, bro. Listen, if Stormzy's in Album of the Year and Artist of the Year, then Stormzy's Mal Made Me Do It should be on this, because that was the comeback song of the UK year. I have to emphasize the word UK, yeah? It was a song of the UK comeback year. Very good song. H and Ashanti, right off the bat, no. Dave Starlight, right off the bat, nah. Don't think I'm giving it to them. See what else. Personally, for me, for Song of the Year, and this is what I would give it. I would give it to Cat Burns Go. I think it's Cat Burns Go for me did so much. Obviously ended up with a remix with Sam Smith. There was a drill remix as well with Russ Millions. Like, Cat Burns, I think, go. And for a breakout artist, I think she had a huge 2022. I will give it to Cat Burns, go. Who I think Brit Awards would go with for this one? I genuinely think Harry Styles is going to have a great day. I think he's going to go with Harry Styles as it was. I wouldn't be surprised if Lewis Capaldi grabbed it as well. But I think Harry Styles might win that one. I think Brit Awards would pick Harry Styles. For me, it's Cat Burns. Why don't you lot guys let me know what you think? I really want to know what you lot think. But I actually think Cat Burns has had the best song for 2022. Best international artist, let's get into that one. We've got Beyonce, Burna Boy, Kendrick Lamar, Lizzo, Taylor Swift. Crazy. For me personally, the winner straight away, right off the bat, I'm not debating, Taylor Swift. Listen, she had 10 singles in the top 10 on Billboard. Sorry. Don't want to hear nobody else tell me anything else. Listen, Taylor Swift, top 10 singles. Like, she had a single in the top 10 on Billboard. First artist ever to do that. I'm giving it to Taylor Swift. But again, listen, Burna Boy, Ugly had a great year. Kendrick Lamar, Lizzo, Beyonce, beautiful artists had a great year. But Taylor Swift for me. Best international group, you got Blackpink, Drake and 21 Savage, First Aid Kit, Fontaines DC, and Gabriel's. Bro, I don't even know if I even care about this list. So yeah, Drake and 21 Savage, they ain't even a group, but yeah, they can win for me. International Song of the Year. This one should be good. We got Beyonce with Break My Soul, David Guetta and Bebe Rexha with I'm Good, Fireboy, DMA, Ed Sheeran with Peru. Encanto cast, We Don't Talk About Bruno, Girl with ABCDEFU, Jack Harlow with First Class, Lizzo with About Damn Time, Lost Frequencies and Callum Scott with Where Are You Now, One Republic with Ain't Worried, and Taylor Swift with Anti-Hero. Right off the bat, listen, as much as I would love to give it to Fireboy, DML and Ed Sheeran with Perry Remix, no, listen, that song came out like 2021. You're not getting it for 2022. So for that reason only, you're straight off the list for me. From Beyonce, Break My Soul, very good song. Right off the bat, we've got to get rid of Jack Harlow, First Class. It is not and will never be Song of the Year. I am not even sorry. Listen, he had a very good hook. The verses were mid. We only really care about the hook. First Class. You know what I'm saying? We didn't care about the rest of the song. And furthermore, when I say we, some of you lot did. But let's talk facts. We only really cared about the hook. And if you cared about more than the hook, then of course you're more than welcome to do your thing. But for me, literally, it's just a chorus. But anyways, doesn't matter. Let's get into what we think the song of the year could be. Obviously, shout out to WhatsApp for that notification. Throw me right off there. I'm gonna give this one to Beyonce, Break My Soul. But I wouldn't be mad if Taylor Swift and the Hero ones. I wouldn't be mad if Lost Frequency and Callum Scott with Where Are You Now won. But yeah, I feel like for me, Beyonce, Break My Soul. Listen, Beyonce comeback season, great track to come back with, did a thing for 2022. So for that one, International Song of the Year, Beyonce, Break My Soul. Who I believe Brit Awards would pick. You know, I think they might give it to Jack Harlow. I think just Jack Harlow, the impact it's had this year. Taylor Swift though, you see Taylor Swift's name, you just think they're gonna give it to Taylor Swift. I might change my bet. Taylor Swift, Anti-Hero, who Brit Awards would pick, just because what Taylor Swift did this year. I don't think she deserves Song of the Year, but yeah, I think Brit Awards will give it to her. Best New Artist. So we've got Kode Radical, Rina Sawayama, sorry if I'm butchering name, Sam Ryder, Mimi Webb, and Wet Leg. Right off the bat, Sam Ryder can't be Artist of the Year, Best New Artist of the Year. Sorry. Listen, he had one tune. I think it came off that. What was that show that they do like all the international thing? Eurovision, Eurovision, that joint? No. And to be fair, like I like Sam Ryder, but he performs too much karaoke. Like I don't hear enough of him performing his joints. I don't think there's nothing wrong with performing other people's music. But I'm one of those people, if you're gonna keep doing covers, then be a cover artist. Don't be an artist. Like bruv. Why are you on stage always doing covers? There's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I've done covers. I do music as well. I've done covers. but man does covers way too much. I can't even cap. Best new artist for me, Wet Leg. Simple. Who would I think they'll give it to? Probably Sam Ryder. I mean, he did perform at the New Year's Eve, didn't he? So why not? Rising Star. You got Flo, Cat Burns, Nia Archives. Now next at Flo, it says winners. So I don't know if that means they've already won. I don't know why, but it says Rising Star, Flo, and it's got winners. I would give it to Cat Burns. And based on the fact that I don't know why it says winners, I'm going to say Brit Awars gave it to Flo. But for me, Cat Burns. In fact, Cat Burns had a very good breakout year. Best alternative / rock, you got 1975 again. Arctic Monkeys, Never Twins, Tom Grenham and Wet Leg again. 1975 for me. Who do I think Brit Awars to give it to? 1975. Best dance, you got Becky Hill, Bonobo, Calvin Harris, Elisa Rose, Fred again. Calvin Harris for me, Brit Awars has to give it to Calvin Harris for me. Again, it's just a category I don't really care about, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But Becky Hill would have been mad if she won it, but Calvin Harris for me. This is where it's gonna get political. Best hip hop rap grime. No, too much in there. But alright, we've got H, Central C, Dave, Loyal, Kana, and Stormzy. If Central C don't win this category, the music industry is tapped. Central C is definitely this year best, bruv. Hip hop, rap, and grime. Wow, that is bad people. Alright, cool. Anyway, I'll give it to Central C. I just think this year Central C had a very good year. Stormzy, again, I have to keep saying it came too late for this year. I'm sorry. Like, October. I know he can win, and I know, like, you can do greatest impact in the world. Mel made me do it, really did do that, but I'm not giving it to Stormzy. I'm giving it to Central C. Dave, not for me. H, definitely not for me. And Loyal, Kana, nah. Central C, artist, hip-hop of the year. Who do I think Brit Awards will give it to? Stormzy, obviously. Come on now. Is that with Stormzy or H? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the Brit Awards ain't picking Central C. And if they do, I'll be very surprised, and I'll be happy for him. But I just can't see them picking Central C. So for that reason, I believe they're going to pick probably Stormzy, but I would expect H as well. So next category, or last category, we've got pop / R&B. Cat Burns, Charlie XCX, Dua Lipa, Harry Styles, Sam Smith. Listen, Cat Burns is out here getting nominated in a lot of categories. I think that's amazing to see personally myself. But again, who would I like to see? Okay, Cat Burns right off the bat ain't that. That's not her. That's not her category. I'm sorry. Charlie XCX, no. Dua Lipa, Sam Smith. I wouldn't give it to Harry Styles either. So I'm gonna give it to Dua Lipa. So that I'm picking Dua Lipa. I think Brit Awards are picking Harry Styles though, personally. Sam Smith, I don't think it's done enough to even be considered for like what top, like there's 5 nominees, so it basically is top 5 in 2022. Nah, bro, don't do that. I don't think so. I mean, his best verse was a feature on Cat Burns joint, no? Man, he probably had better tunes out there, but I'm sorry, I just think his best moment of 2022 was literally Go Remix. Maybe I'm wrong for thinking that, but that's what I be thinking. So listen, that's the nominees for Brit Awards for 2022, or as people say, 2023. Who do you think I got wrong? Who do you think I got right? Let me know. But anyway, listen, this is your boy Firahs. This is the podcast. This is the first time ever I am doing any form of content on these podcast platforms. I know it's a very short one. I just wanted to practice, see how I'm gonna edit, and see how I'm gonna do this thing. And I gotta try and get all the content out on social media and that kind of platform. So let me know what you guys think about the Brit Awards. Obviously, your boy Firahs. We will be having an upload schedule very soon. We haven't really thought of one yet. At the moment, the podcast is called the Firahs Podcast. Will it change? I don't know. We'll find out. And you'll be finding all the content regarding that on the Street Sessions page. If you don't know what that is, listen, we're the Street Sessions, where we're the hottest in the streets. We talk about anything that's going on in the streets. We talk about music and anything that's going on in the world, so make sure you stay locked in for that. Obviously, catch us on radio on either Westside or Woe FM. We are everywhere. And we're going to have some big guests coming on this year. We're also going to be on Twitch with my boy Joe MK, so stay locked in for that one. Hope you guys enjoy a little conversation regarding the Brit Awards. And again, we are done and out.